So, hello, and welcome. These are the new moon in Aries self-made themed secret code name readings. This is secret code name Nightingale, all right? This is someone's personal reading. It's their personal reading. They know that secret code name Nightingale is their secret code name. This message belongs to them, it's theirs, all right? But for everybody else who resonated to it or found it in divine time, there is most likely a message in here for you or when it crossed your path, okay? For the self-made readings, we are focusing on really getting rid of the shadows or the demons, right? That's why I'm rocking Goddess Kali, okay? Getting rid of the shadows or the demons that haunt the self so that we can self-make, remake ourself in our highest light. All right, so if you end up enjoying the secret code name, you end up wanting your own secret code name reading at a later event, you can always book them yourself in the Etsy link in the description. All right, that's my Etsy shop in the description. You can find those there, plus you can find my merch, like Goddess Kali t-shirts there. Okay, I designed them myself. So I'm using Icarus Tarot today to address what the shadow is, the milestone shadow and the healing. Then I'm using my Hermetic Tarot for insights into what the current self-behavior or self-pattern is that needs to be corrected, as well as what the highest good self or highest good behavior would look like, right, when we self-make into a new higher version of self. And then I'm using the Universe Has Your Back deck as guidance. All right, so secret code name Nightingale. What is the milestone in the healing, right? What is the shadow that is healing? What is the big focus, please? Death. It's very scorpionic energy. The octopus here, okay, represents, like if you think about octopus medicine, they could fit in just about any space, and they blast ink in order to confuse potential predators so that they can get away, right? They create a very dark, shadowy ink in the water in order to escape things. They can fit and hide in just about any place, right? Because the only thing that determines whether or not an octopus can fit in a place or not is its mouth, its beak, right? Death card represents transformation of the self. And its shadow, right? If we're talking about the shadow, it is the inability to shed the old skin or our inability to transform the subconscious, right? Scorpionic energy, transform the subconscious energy that creates the reality, all right? So we're dealing in the realm of beliefs or certain codes that the self has that are not necessarily in highest alignment. So we're getting real deep here, okay? We're getting into a belief system that ends up creating the reality, and the reality is not aligned because the belief system in and of itself is faulty in some which way, shape, or form and needs to transform. So, Spirit, please, for secret code name Nightingale, what is the current pattern of self, the current behavior, right, that needs to transform, that they're coming out of? And what does the ideal self, the highest good self being remade look like? Bottom of the deck is the Six of Pentacles. Top of the deck is the Queen of Wands. Okay. Queen of Wands, I think you know what you desire to receive, okay? What your soul desires to receive. Six of Pentacles talks about the underlying issue being even exchange, though. Not seeing the beauty or the gratitude, right? Tarian moon type energy. Hanged Man is underneath of that. Neptune energy, Piscean energy. Having to see things with a loving heart and the truth, and taking the head off the ego. Right? And the Strength card under that, again, divine feminine energy, taking the head off the masculine energy. If you could see that card right there. The underlying issue. Needing to see things from the perspective of spirit and get out of the ego, right? Get out of the mind that thinks it has to be a certain way. Scorpionic energy too, being in the shadow with the Death card, is sometimes how we end something or cut something off before it has a chance to prove itself otherwise, because we've already assumed it's a certain way, right? Without giving it proper chance to show its worth, especially if we think it's going to hurt us. We cut it off. We hurt it before it hurts us type thing. We cut them off, right? Smoke, fog, ink, right? Boom, to get away before it has a chance to hurt us, whether it really is a predator or not. We assume it's going to hurt us, and so we hurt it first. Current behavior pattern. We've got the Three of Cups, Ten of Swords, Five of Wands, and the King of Cups. When it comes to third-party energy, I mean, you might be able to see very clearly how other people sabotage themselves. And it might leave you internally conflicted about whether you do or don't say anything to someone. But you're staring their demons in the face, right? With this King of Cups. You see he's staring down the snake. The reality is the snake is not in the Three of Cups card, which is the other party, third party people. The self-betrayal is taking place within the internal conflict in the mind, and that's where the snakes are present. The snakes are present in the internal conflict. So you're seeing how other people are betraying themselves. You're internally conflicted about whether or not to say anything, because their demons are staring you in the face. The question really is it their demons, though? Or is it just your perception? Like, other people might see your demons and not say anything. Maybe because they're assuming the best of you, not realizing you're assuming the worst of them. Because they trust they're going to bring their best despite their demons, but maybe you don't necessarily trust yourself to bring your best despite their demons or your own. Which is why you ink and fly, right? You probably confuse the shit out of people, and they don't understand why you're attacking them the way you are, why you're cutting them off or dipping out the way you are. Like, they don't even understand what they did to you. Nightingale is a spirit animal, right? Nightingale is an animal that sings in the night right before the dawn. You can hear the nightingale's song, and that's how you know the dawn is coming soon. But they're a bird of the night, right? I wouldn't be upset. Okay. But I would communicate better, because whatever the actions are that you're taking, right, especially if you are confusing people and they don't understand why you're leaving, then you're really not helping them with their demons or their shadows. Like, you might want to become more expressive in a way that you explain your concern. Like, listen, this is what my ideal is. This is what makes me question whether or not that outcome is possible with you. You know what I mean? No matter what the outcome is. And give them an opportunity, right? Give them an opportunity to show you that they're capable or incapable before you already predetermine that they're not capable. I think you're cutting things short. Okay, I think you're cutting things short and have a way of sabotaging, and then you wonder if you're the bad guy or the bad person, right? The internal conflict, because you just cut them off and didn't explain to them what your concern was. Offer them the opportunity to address your concern or recognize it. Don't just assume that they won't. If you assume other people won't address your concerns about what it is that you truly want to desire, in the divine mirror of things, there might be a part of you that knows if somebody expressed their concerns to you, you wouldn't want to fucking hear it. And so you just assume other people wouldn't want to fucking hear it because that's how you are, right? You quit on yourself and your own potential, your own desire to manifest, when you don't allow people the opportunity to prove you wrong. It's because you're not allowing yourself the opportunity to be proven wrong. Not allowing yourself to be surprised. Being more emotionally mature, right? As far as the highest good self that you can partake in at this time in order to heal this demon, right? This wound. Accept sometimes you will have arguments. And accept sometimes you will be confused in the journey, okay? 5 of Swords, 7 of Cups, 3 of Wands. But ultimately it's to give the soul peace. It's all right if there's arguments or confrontation. You might have a serious fear of confrontation, right? Especially like octopus energy, like inking and dipping, you know what I mean? A serious fear of confrontation. Sometimes a little confrontation is necessary. You might not understand why someone is combative with you when you're expressing yourself from an emotionally high place, but that's just them letting you know, like, that path is not the one that you can, then you could take them for face value. Then you're not guessing about whether or not they're going to hurt you or not. They either are or they aren't. You know, sometimes people need time to kind of digest what the fuck you said. And other people will stick to their guns and be like, no, fuck you. And it's just like, okay, then this is in alignment and this isn't. And now you know for certain, and there's no regrets, right? There's no regrets about that, because you're not internally conflicted over whether or not you were right or wrong about this person or that person. They showed you their true colors. They showed you whether or not their energy for certain was in alignment or not. You won't be internally conflicted when you're facing someone else's shadows, because if you decide to pull their shadows up, their shadows are going to very clearly show themselves. You pull someone's wounds up to the surface, they will make their presence very known. The shadows love to combat light. And if you're being honest and vulnerable with how you feel and what you desire, that's being in a light aspect of the self. Shadows will fucking love to fight with you, and they're going to leave you confused, and you've got to be able to brush it off. Like, all right, they showed me what I expected. I am in the right, absolutely dipping and leaving from this situation. Every once in a while, someone might surprise you. And that's part of the journey. Right? Helping each other, humanity, right? If the octopus energy is, and it's light, right? If we get into the light, it can go down into the depths and get into the small spaces where things hide. Like if octopus finds food, a little teeny crevice, it can feel and sense very minute vibrations. Like you have a way of being able to go down into the very depths of people and feel around inside their shadows and pull it up to the surface to heal. It's a light attribute. Don't dip before you can pull up whatever it is for them to face. They ain't gonna forget what you said. It ain't gonna be able to leave their mind. How they behaved and reacted is still going to linger with them. They will have to face what you found in the dark. They will have to face it. Allow it to happen when it needs to happen, right? Don't dip out early, just address it. Don't be afraid of a little confrontation. It's just people showing you who they really are and where they are really at in their energy so that they can see it themselves as well and realign, right? Don't be afraid. Afraid is misalignment, right? Trust. It's okay to express yourself. It's okay to be real with someone and express your concerns. And if they invalidate your concerns, they're kind of validating your concerns, are they not? Yeah, so I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. They're helping you learn. Seeing someone through the eyes of love, they're not your enemy, right? Before coming into this life, they were not your enemy coming in. They signed up for the deep healing with you, right? The deep healing. If you had a serious fear of confrontation buried under there, and you're behaving in your life in a certain way that is creating self-sabotage, right? That you would feel internally conflicted on your actions because you're afraid of conflict, you're afraid of conflict. And so what happens is you're internally conflicted all the time. What you fear appears. What you resist persists, right? You're afraid of conflict in the outer, and so you're constantly conflicted on the inside. These people are in your life, divinely so, as people who love you, right? Outside of this experience, they're souls that love you, that would have you heal this fear of being emotionally vulnerable, trusting yourself, being humbled, right? All of the above, like allowing you to transform out of fear. Out of fear. Let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. So if you can express yourself to someone, or try and express yourself to someone, and they either negate everything that you're saying, or they won't let you get a word out, or they're arguing with you and invalidating your feelings, and you know dang right well it's the right thing to do to leave, to disconnect from their energy. And that's divine. Spirit will deal with them, right? Every time. Every time. Let go of the past. It's fine. Doesn't matter if the past was 5 minutes ago, 5 days ago, 5 weeks ago, 5 months ago, 5 years ago, 5 decades ago. It don't matter how long ago it was. 5 lifetimes ago. Doesn't matter. If you can feel around in the depths of other people, understand when you feel around in the depths of yourself, you might be very afraid of conflict. But conflict in reality serves a purpose in the healing of the greater. It's not like you're trying to cut someone down or cuss someone out or whatever, you know? It's not like you're maliciously arguing with someone. You're expressing your truth. You're expressing what you observe. You're expressing because you're feeling around in the deep with them. Trust me, I got plenty of scorpionic energy in my chart. I got feelers out all the fucking time in the deep with people. I mean, why do you think I tell people I have no sugarcoating? I already know I'm going to trigger the shit out of people. I get down in their depths. And some people can handle it and some people can't. That's okay. I'm not hurt by someone who doesn't want to follow me. You know what I mean? I'm not hurt by anybody who's offended. Sorry, I got feelers out deep in there. I got more Scorpio in my chart than anything else. Even with a stellium and Sag, I got more Scorpio in my chart. Trust me, I understand this. Let go of the past. Don't be afraid of the conflict. Don't let it affect your day. You read whatever energy you read, and they either proved you right or proved you wrong. And either way, you can move forward. Right? Support is with you always. Always, always. Absolutely love you. Okay? Until next time, love each other, but most importantly, love yourself. Take care.